Hello and welcome to a very special edition of
Try Guys Vote Time!
That's right, we said vote, because today we're getting out the vote. Through calling, through texting, through even writing physical letters.
The election is right around the corner. We want to make sure that you are registered to vote, but also if you want to help out, you might be like, where do I even start?
And we're gonna show you how to do that today. Everything we do in this video, you can do yourself at home.
We're gonna get the vote out today, baby! We're gonna call people, we're gonna write people, we're gonna grab people on the shoulders and say, what are you doing?
Let's get the vote up! Let's get the vote up! Let's get the vote!
Hey, if you live in these states, today is your last day to register to vote, and Wisconsin is tomorrow. Go to iwillvote.com to check your registration or register to vote right now. Have you guys ever done any campaigning for a presidential campaign? No.
No, I can't say I've ever actively helped. So today I'm gonna learn how to actively help because it's time.
So why now?
Well, shit's crazy, so we gotta change it.
Back in 2003, I went door to door for the John Kerry campaign in Scranton, where my mom grew up. It has never occurred to me that there are ways to do it from the safety of my own home.
So I'm Seth Flaxman. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Democracy Works.
This year, more than maybe ever, there's a lot of fear and confusion about how to vote. If I vote by mail, is it gonna count? If I go to the polling place, will I die? How can people vote?
Everything's gonna be okay. You're gonna have a good time voting. There are actually a lot of new ways that people can vote this year in a lot of different states. The options are either voting early, or if you're voting on election day, voting as early in the day as possible on election day. And you'll do it and you're like, oh, this was great. I'm gonna do this all the time. So I encourage everyone to sign up for TurboVote, because once you're getting our text messages, we have a help desk, and you can just text back to that help desk, and we have incredible humans who will answer your questions, real amazing humans in English and Spanish.
My name is Andrea Miller. My organization is called Center for Common Ground. We work with what we call underrepresented voters.
If you show up to a polling place and you are turned away for any sort of reason, what do? You
really do need to know what the voting rules are. If you are registered to vote, go online, and now young folks, help your parents and grandparents. Go online, pull up your voter registration, and it needs to say active.
So the crucial first step in voting is to make sure that you are actually registered. So pull out your phone, your computer, grab anyone over 18 in your family and your friends. Check with us right now.
We're doing it.
Grab them by the shoulders and say, sit down and check it with me.
So we're gonna go to vote.org to check our registration status.
Wow, it's just my name, my address, and my phone number. That's pretty easy.
Yeah, really easy.
I am registered to vote.
Now, pull out your cell phone and take a picture of that screen that says your voter registration is active, so that if you show up at the polls to vote and the person there says, "Ooh, I'm sorry, but you don't appear to be registered. Au contraire, my dear poll worker." Here is my phone, and on my phone is a picture of my active voter registration.
You got the shot. You got the shot. Did you get it though?
Registered!
I am registered.
Okay, here's an exciting thing. So I just moved and I just changed my address with the DMV, including my voter registration. So currently mine is in flux, and they cannot confirm that I am registered to vote. Because of that, see? We cannot confirm that you are registered to vote.
Oh, look at that. It just redirected Keith automatically to the California state website.
Yeah. Aha! So it has found that I am registered. They just have not changed my registration address yet. This is probably because I literally did it 2 days ago. Human error, computer error, things can happen, and that's why it's so important to check. As you can tell right now, my registration is not what I thought it would be yet.
The most sinister form of voter suppression that most people don't understand is if you don't consistently use your ability to vote, you will lose. In some states, missing 2 federal elections is reason enough to dump you off the polls.
Wow.
You will be deregistered.
It was so easy to go online. It took literally less than a minute for us to check our registration status, and you can do that too. So by the time you've watched the end of this segment, you should know if you're registered or not.
We'll do a 30-second dance break while you check your voter registration, and then when you come back, we'll be done dancing.
Oh, what if there is a nice little break in this video
yeah.
for people to check their registration?
Yeah.
No, but like cute stuff. Like puppies in the field.
This is hot.
No, like kittens.
You
Kittens in a
can
basket.
put kittens over this.
They're
That's
gonna
fine.
want to watch that.
No, like baby seals.
All right, are you guys ready? We're gonna do a headcount.org political campaign for Instagram. So do you guys know why we're doing this?
We're trying to register voters because right now the registration window is still open. We want to make sure that everybody who could possibly be registered is registered.
But we want to give them an incentive.
Ooh.
So we've got some juicy exclusive content that they will get to see if they register.
Oh God!
So yeah, we're gonna film this Instagram video.
We lost Eugene.
Oh God!
We're making a new season of Without a Recipe.
But only if 1,000 of you go to register to vote right now. Go to headcount.org/thetryguys to register. If you don't do it, we're never releasing the season.
That was good. Really
We danced.
dark at the end, but I think it'll be effective. I think we got it.
There we got it. All right.
So my name is Tia, my pronouns are she, her. I am the College Super State Program Manager for Swing Left. We have more than 1 million people helping us elect Democrats in key races across the country.
So we're gonna try our hand at phone banking today, as well as letter writing. We're terrified of calling people on the phone. How do we phone bank?
Honestly, you are not alone. Like every person who has tried to make this leap to phone bank and call voters like this probably feels the same way. What I want to do is kind of like give you the top 3 things that you need to remember. And the first one is to set up good vibes. All right, set up good vibes.
We're gonna start our phone banking right now, but first we gotta create good vibes. We gotta set our environment, and our environment today is swing state snacks.
You know, the best way to understand somebody is by eating the food they're accustomed to. So we've got a Philly cheesesteak here. We got some Wisconsin cheddar over here.
For Florida, we have a Cubano sandwich.
Yum.
Very popular with the Cuban community in Miami, as well as me.
Rounding it out, we've got key lime pie and of course, orange juice. And then from Michigan, we've got Detroit style pizza. Damn, look at
Man, this looks thick.
Close your eyes and listen to the sound of the Liberty Bell ringing.
On these calls, I think a lot of first-time phone bankers tend to feel like they need to be bubbly or they need to be like on all the time. And if that's not you, that's totally fine.
I have severe phone anxiety. I don't love calling people. What if somebody on the other end hates me?
No, don't think about it. You're going
What
down.
if they hate me? What if they're mad? What if they blame me for the problems in their life?
Another tip and trick is to kind of familiarize yourself with the script and the response buttons. Like when y'all open it up and start making calls, like don't just dive in and like the first sentence you make when you make that call is the script, because then you might be surprised that you're asking something and you might fumble.
Hell yeah, is Gerald available? Okay.
Just walk through it a little bit, make sure you know which buttons you need to press and that kind of thing. It won't take very long.
Keith. We're here to be representatives of the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
And we are going to find out if they are voting.
Hopefully, if they're not, we can convince them to vote.
Great.
Can we role play?
Yeah, we definitely can. Do you want to be the caller or the voter?
Well, let's be the voter first so you can show us how it's done, and then maybe we can practice.
Okay, great. Who am I talking to?
Jacob Barnstein.
Yeah, Jacob Barnstein.
From Michigan.
From Michigan.
Yeah, of the Barnsteins.
Okay, all right.
A Jewish farmer.
He's surprisingly not Jewish.
Hello?
Hello, is this Jacob Barnstein?
Who's calling?
Hi, Jacob. This is Tia. I'm a volunteer with Swing Left.
I don't want to buy nothing. No, who are you talking to? I don't want. Can you just please? Who are you talking to? I know how to do phone calls. I have a 3:30. Oh my God. I'm talking to Sandra.
Yeah, no, you have a 3:30. That's totally fine. This won't take long. I just want to make sure you have all the information you need to vote this year. So do you know how to vote? Are you registered to vote at your current address?
What?
answer the question.
Dad, can I use the car? Are you from Time Warner Cable? The internet's been shoddy all day.
I fully believe that most Americans are good people and they want to do the right thing, but sometimes they get misinformation or they become apathetic, and that's what we gotta change here today.
Can I ask a very pointed question? For people who want to help out, they may be hearing this and go, is this actually an effective way for people at home to make a change?
We're in a pandemic right now, right? And the tactics that we would normally employ as campaigns would be door knocking and talking to voters face to face, and we obviously can't do that right now. So phone banking is a safe and easy action that you can take from anywhere. And so you can make that connection still virtually and still be safe and make sure that we're having these important conversations.
You know what? You changed my mind. I'm gonna vote.
She sounds like she makes a lot of sense.
Honey, let's vote.
Fantastic.
Tonight we're making love for democracy.
Let's do this.
Let's save democracy.
Let's go.
Let me get ready before we start calling.
I'm already calling.
Wait. Hi, yes, you can just leave it at the bench for me, please. Thank you.
Hi, hey, actually, my name is Keith. I'm calling with the Pennsylvania Democratic Party. I wonder if...
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was Uber.
No.
Time to call some Wisconsinites.
What's with the glasses?
So they don't recognize me. Hi, is Sylvia available? She's not speaking.
I think it's a voicemail.
Oh. Hi, Sylvia. Sorry if this is a voicemail. I just wanted to make sure that you were voting. And you know what? Have a wonderful day. You know, I bet Sylvia's gonna have a really wonderful time listening to that voicemail. Not be confused at all.
I just wondered if you had a minute to chat about Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Democrats up and down the ticket, if you're available.
Unfortunately, I'm not. My kids are sleeping and I don't want to wake them.
And Corey was sweet. I feel like I really fumbled that. I really wasn't ready. I didn't know it was calling.
I think the glasses helped. Didn't I sound super friendly?
Really
I normally don't sound like that.
No, it sounded really nice.
Glasses just make you seem more friendly.
I think everybody likes me.
Now take off your glasses and say something.
Hello, may I please speak with Curtis?
He's not in right now. Can I take a message?
This is Ned. I'm calling with the Biden campaign. I just wanted to check and make sure that Curtis was voting.
Oh, yes, he's voting. If I vote, he's going.
Oh, okay, great. And what's your name?
I'm Miss Rogers.
Hi, Miss Rogers. Nice to meet you.
Hey, is Mary available?
This is Mary.
Hey Mary, how's it going? My name is Zach Kornfeld and I'm a volunteer with Joe Biden and the Michigan Democratic Party. Wondering how your day's going.
Wonderful.
Would you say you're leading strong Biden? You'll be supporting Joe Biden for president in the upcoming election?
Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear, Miss Rogers.
I'm wondering, will you be supporting Joe Biden for president?
Well, let me tell you this. I am waiting anxiously for my absentee ballot so I can very happily check Joe Biden and get that moron out of the Oval Office.
You know, the best way to ensure a Biden victory is to vote as early as possible. So lots of votes vote early.
That's what we call Curtis. So we have to get, I have a wheelchair, so I have to get there online, but down before anybody else get there, so I have to go vote early.
Oh, that's very smart.
Mary, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I really appreciate it, and I'm excited by your passion and enthusiasm. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Really awesome to hear that you're gonna vote, even bringing the wheelchair down and getting there early. I think that's awesome.
They're totally vibing. This is crazy.
Oh, great. I'm also from Jacksonville.
My name is Zach Kornfeld. I'm calling with the Biden campaign and wondering if we can count on your support this coming election.
No, not for Biden.
Not for Biden. If you don't mind spending a few minutes with me, what are the things that are important to you in this coming election?
Open borders and the healthcare.
Healthcare meaning?
When he was with Obama and the Obamacare, it was just a disaster.
Joe and Kamala, they are trying to expand the Affordable Care Act to come up with a public option, but also lower prescription drug prices. Meanwhile, the Trump campaign is trying to kick 20 million people off of healthcare.
Okay, all right. I'm just really concerned about all these people coming into our country and causing crime and bringing diseases and God knows what else.
It's interesting. There are several studies that have shown immigration actually has boosted local economies, and so they actually can be a huge boon to Michigan business.
Oh, sanctuary cities. That's the other thing. All the Democratic states are sanctuary cities. I mean, I've been a Republican my whole life, so...
I'm just curious, under President Trump and thinking about these last 4 years, are there any things that you don't like, things that you wish could be better?
Oh, well, he tweets, he twitters. Is that, I don't know. Is that what he does? I don't like that he does that all day.
Personally, what I look for in a leader is someone who cares more about the job than credit for the job.
Right, who just wants their paycheck and genuinely listens to the people.
You know, I'm hearing what you're saying. I think Joe Biden's your guy. You know, I want to say to you, in a time that is as polarized as this, you took the time to speak to me, even though perhaps on paper you don't immediately agree with me, and it means the world. I do appreciate it.
No, but I appreciate it. Well, thank you.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
You did really great.
That was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
I thought you did a really good job of actually connecting with her.
That's probably the longest extended conversation I've ever had with someone with views so diametrically opposed to mine. But I think maybe, just maybe I got through a little bit.
My name is Scott Foreman. I am the executive director and founder of a nonprofit called Vote Forward, and we orchestrate these giant letter campaigns where our volunteers write handwritten letters to relatively unlikely voters to try to encourage them to go to the polls and cast their ballots.
So through Vote Forward, we downloaded a packet of several voters to make sure that they're registered to vote. So all you have to do is tell them exactly why we're voting and make them feel seen.
This specific letter that we send and that our volunteers send can increase voter turnout by anywhere from 1 to 3 percentage points in some of these trials.
Wow.
Which might not sound like a lot, but it's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
Dear Omar, I'm writing you today to urge you to vote and to share my story with you. I vote in every election because it's important. Voting is one of the best ways to participate in our political process.
Not voting means letting other people make decisions for me, and I want to have a voice in making my own decisions. So is there something special about the fact that it's handwritten?
We absolutely think that's part of why it works. When you get something in the mail and it looks like it's from Capital One, trash, right? But if you get something in the mail, it's got somebody took the time to like handwrite, and some of our volunteers do this amazing stuff. They'll draw little beautiful drawings on them sometimes.
I drew a little guy too.
Hey!
Look, our guys can hang out.
And mine says go vote!
Mine says vote. He's wearing a shirt.
Hey, mine's not wearing a shirt. I should give him a shirt. So now we're gonna call some of our friends just to make sure that our friends are also voting. Here, I'm gonna start out with my boys, the Lumberger boys. Let's give them a little ringy ding ding. But we're just calling to make sure that you guys have both checked your voter registration recently and also asking you why you're voting this year.
Yes, I'll start.
Shut up, Alex.
I checked yesterday and I even checked a week before that, and I'm voting because I believe that the United States of America has great potential, and I believe that we're at a tipping point, and I think that we have the power to put ourselves on a better course than we're on right now.
Woo! Preach!
Yes!
Woo!
Yes.
Preach! All right, follow that up, Alex.
It's free.
It's free?
It's free. Yeah, it's a good point.
What do you have to say to all those out there who might be undecided or maybe they're not sure if they're voting this year?
I'm trying to be nice.
We wanted to call to make sure that you are registered to vote and you are planning to vote this year.
Duh, of course. Bro, I'm ready. I'm ready now. Like, can we go tomorrow?
Not only am I registered to vote, I also signed up to work the polls for a week.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Just to let you know, I'm volunteering to book the election polls too.
Oh,
that's
amazing.
awesome, David.
Is there a message that you want to tell people out there why it's important to vote this year?
I mean, I think that people have to remember that they can absolutely make a difference with their vote.
I know that sometimes you can feel powerless, but the only way to make sure that you are actually powerless is to not exercise the power you do have.
I want to be part of a movement that gets the asshole out of office.
We wanted to make sure that you were registered to vote and that you were planning to vote this year. I already know the answer.
I have never missed an election in my long, long life.
Why do you think it's so important that young people vote?
I think people don't realize that not voting is also an action. It means I don't care, I don't matter, my vote doesn't matter, and that's wrong because anybody who understands history understands what happened with close elections. Every vote counts.
Well, why are all of us voting? Zach, you've got some things already written down. Why do you vote in every election?
I'm thinking about what my grandmother said. It's the right thing to do, and voting is a privilege, not a given.
And if we don't vote, then climate change doesn't matter, LGBT rights, Black lives don't matter. The freedoms that we take for granted would be lost.
I got into it actually after Prop 8 in California. It was an election where people voted on whether or not my husband and I would be able to get married. For me, voting's real important.
The only way to make big structural changes in our society is through the political process.
We need to be those kind of active change makers if we want anything to get better.
The main thing that people don't see, they want to believe in the right to vote. There is no right to vote in America. There never has been. Voting is and has always been a privilege. Remember when we founded this country, the only people who could vote were rich white men. And through constitutional amendments over the years, we added other people and gave them not the right to vote, but the ability to vote.
What is something you would say to those people who feel like, even if they did vote, that it didn't matter in the end?
Well, being from Virginia in 2017, we lost control of the Virginia State House by 1 vote.
No.
So your vote matters. 1 vote.
Wow. One vote?
So whenever I hear that, I tell that story and then I say, would you have been that 1 vote? Your vote really does matter and your vote counts.
And vote, and vote, and vote, and vote, and vote.
But only vote once.